the time viewers first met Jenny Slatten and Sumit Singh on 90 Day Fiancé. The other way, their love story already felt like a whirlwind stitched together from risk, rebellion, and relentless devotion. Across seasons, fans watched Jenny leave behind the comfort of America for the unpredictability of life in India, while Sumit repeatedly chose love over expectations, family pressure, cultural tradition, and even his own fear. Their journey hasn't been smooth or universally applauded, but it has been undeniably human. Now, in a quieter, more reflective moment, Jenny has revealed what she calls the best gift she's ever received from Sumit. And it isn't jewelry, money, or even the long-awaited marriage certificate. Instead, the gift speaks to something far more rare: emotional safety, chosen family, and the freedom to finally live honestly. A love story forged in resistance. Jenny and Sumit's relationship has always existed in defiance of Schultz. They shouldn't have fallen in love online. They shouldn't have continued after the truth about Sumit's past came out. They shouldn't have tried again after cultural backlash and family opposition. And yet, again and again, they did. From the start, their age gap became a lightning rod for criticism. Jenny, older and American, was often portrayed as naive or stubborn. Sumit, younger and Indian, was painted as secretive or weak. But over time, viewers saw something else emerge beneath the labels. Two people trying, sometimes clumsily, to choose each other in a world determined to pull them apart. So when Jenny talks about the best gift Sumit has given her, it makes sense that it wouldn't be something you could wrap. He gave me a life where I'm not invisible. In a recent reflection, Jenny explained that the most meaningful gift Sumit has ever given her is a life where she feels seen, chosen, and valued. Before moving to India, Jenny has been open about feeling overlooked in her previous life. She talked about working hard, raising children, and eventually entering a stage of life where society quietly sidelines women, especially older women. Dating felt discouraging. The future felt small. Dreams felt impractical. Sumit changed that. He makes me feel like I matter, Jenny shared. Not just as someone he loves, but as someone whose happiness is important. That sense of being fully chosen, despite the consequences, became the real gift. Love that comes with accountability. What makes Jenny's statement resonate is that it doesn't romanticize perfection. Sumit hasn't been flawless. He's lied. He's delayed. He's struggled to stand firm against his family. But what Jenny highlights is something deeper than consistency: growth. One of the most painful aspects of their relationship was watching Sumit wrestle with fear. Fear of disappointing his parents, fear of cultural exile, fear of being the bad son. In earlier seasons, that fear often translated into inaction, leaving Jenny emotionally stranded. Over time, however, something shifted. Sumit began to speak up. He set boundaries. He chose honesty, even when it came at a cost. Jenny says that evolution, the willingness to change and take responsibility, felt like a gift she never expected to receive. He didn't just say he loved me, she explained. He showed me by changing. Marriage wasn't the gift. Commitment was. For many fans, the ultimate milestone in Jenny and Sumit's story was marriage. After years of obstacles, delays, and heartbreak, seeing them finally wed felt like a victory lap. But Jenny is clear. The wedding itself wasn't the gift. The gift was knowing Sumit would stand beside her publicly, even when it meant standing apart from his family's approval. In a culture where marriage is deeply communal, his choice to marry Jenny wasn't just romantic, it was revolutionary. He chose me when it would have been easier not to, Jenny said. That choice carried weight far beyond paperwork. It meant legitimacy, stability, and a sense that their love no longer had to hide in shadows or borrowed spaces. A home built on choice, not obligation. Another part of the gift Jenny describes is the home she's built with Sumit, one grounded in choice rather than expectation. Living in India hasn't always been easy for Jenny. Language barriers, cultural differences, and financial strain have all tested her resilience. There were moments when loneliness crept in, amplified by the feeling of being far from her children and grandchildren. But within their shared space, Jenny found something she hadn't anticipated: peace. Sumit didn't expect her to fit into a rigid mold. He didn't ask her to be quieter, smaller, or more convenient. Instead, he carved out room for her to exist fully, opinions, imperfections, and all. "He lets me be myself," Jenny said. "That's something I didn't always have before." The gift of time and the courage to spend it. Perhaps the most poignant aspect of Jenny's revelation is her acknowledgement of time. At this stage of her life, time feels precious in a way it didn't before. There's an awareness that every year, every day matters. Sumit's greatest gift in her eyes was choosing to spend his time with her, knowing full well how controversial that choice would be. "He didn't treat me like a phase," Jenny explained. "He treated me like a future." That future, however uncertain or unconventional, became a shared project. Not defined by societal timelines, but by mutual intention. Fans react. This is what real love looks like. Unsurprisingly, Jenny's words struck a chord with fans. Social media quickly filled with reactions from viewers who saw their own stories reflected in hers. Many older women expressed gratitude for seeing a love story that challenged ageist narratives. Others praised the honesty of acknowledging that love isn't about grand gestures, but about showing up, even when it's uncomfortable. "Anyone can buy a gift," one fan wrote. "Choosing someone every day is the hard part." Another added, "This is why I root for them. They're messy, but they're real." Not a fairy tale, a partnership. Jenny is careful not to frame her relationship as a fairy tale. She acknowledges the sacrifices, the tears, and the moments when walking away might have been easier. But that realism is exactly what gives her statement weight. The best gift Sumit gave her wasn't romance without conflict. It was partnership with accountability, a willingness to grow, a shared resilience, and a love that didn't disappear when tested. A message beyond reality TV. In a franchise often criticized for chaos and spectacle, Jenny and Sumit's story has evolved into something unexpectedly profound. Their journey asks uncomfortable questions. Who gets to love freely? Who decides what a valid relationship looks like? And how often do we deny ourselves happiness because it doesn't fit the script? Jenny's answer is quietly radical. The best gift she's ever received is the permission to live boldly, love openly, and refuse invisibility at any age. Looking ahead. As Jenny and Sumit continue their life together, uncertainty remains. Family tensions don't vanish overnight. Financial stress doesn't magically resolve. Cultural divides don't dissolve with vows. But Jenny seems at peace with that. "Life isn't perfect," she said, "but it's mine, and we chose it together." And in a world obsessed with picture-perfect endings, that choice, made daily, imperfectly, and bravely, might just be the greatest gift of all.